are my 5 absolute ways to not get rich in 2020. Number 5, not creating a constant stream of income. So for those of you out there who are looking for a way to financial freedom and you don't have a job or you don't have a lot of money, then the first thing you need to do is find a constant stream of income. And what I mean by find a constant stream of income is you need to get a job. And the reason you need to get a job is because when you're on your path to financial freedom, you may have a great idea and it may work, but there are certain things that you cannot control, like for instance, your health. And if you have a job and your job has health insurance, then it is important to stay on that job just in case something happens and you can cover your medical bills. Also, if you have a job and you spend money on something, you don't have to worry about going to find a job once you realize that your idea was no good. You can allow yourself to ease into financial freedom by having a job, having a steady paycheck, having health insurance, and of course, these are for jobs who offer health insurance. And also, as a bonus, maybe you'll have a job that can allow you to contribute to a retirement plan. Now, the goal is to achieve financial freedom or work for yourself, but this is about 5 things you can do to not get rich. And I think number 5 is not setting yourself up for a safety net just in case your original ideas don't go out as planned. And you can always pivot as long as you have a steady paycheck coming in, you can always pivot. Number 4, believing in get rich quick schemes. Now, I know the internet is full of these success stories, and I like to use this term called survivorship bias. And what survivorship bias is that we tend to focus on those who made it and not pay attention to those who didn't. So for every one get rich quick person on the internet, whether they're lying or whether they're telling the truth, there's millions of people who've gone and taken that same path who did not make it, who ended up probably broke, bankrupt, and just really disappointed. So you have to focus on the entire picture. Get rich quick schemes, if they even exist, they're very low percentage. And I know sometimes when we're in a situation where we just need money and we want to live that great American dream, we're tempted to believe anything that sounds good. And you have people come along and they have just enough knowledge about a certain subject to make it sound appealing, and we end up falling for the bait. So if you want to eventually get yourself rich or financially free, do not believe in get rich quick schemes. And some people can say it's only $300 I'm investing, it's only $500 I'm investing. Well, that money typically adds up, especially if you continuously do it. And it's just equivalent to playing the lottery. Maybe you're 1 out of 100 million or whatever the number may be to hit. But is it really worth the chance? That same amount of money that you have, you can save, you can put it up into some type of investment vehicle that will give you a pretty more consistent return on your investment. So again, that is the number 4 thing that you can do to not get rich in 2020. Number 3, self-help books. Starting before Napoleon Hill back in the 1930s, through Dale Carnegie, through Tony Robbins, all the way up to now, YouTube has become the new landing spot for these self-help gurus. Self-help has its place in society. I can personally tell you that I've read several self-help books and really gained some value out of them. I read Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. I read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. I've listened to a lot of Tony Robbins and on and on and on. But what I have to do is put those things in perspective. Those things are just a jolt of energy to just keep you motivated and going. They're not a crutch and they're not an answer to your problems. Because when you depend on those self-help books, you're going to come up with empty hopes and empty dreams. So the number 3 way to not get rich in 2020 is to believe that self-help books have all the answers. All right, so the number 2 way to absolutely not get rich in 2020 is to not save money. And this may seem simple, but let's say you go out and you find that job and you're actually making a pretty decent or pretty respectable salary. And yeah, when you first start, you may want your financial freedom, but all of a sudden, your hopes and your dreams and your plans seems a little bit more challenging than just picking up a paycheck. And instead of saving your money and keeping it there with hopes of going after your dreams, you decide to live in a little bit of a fancier apartment. You decide to dine out a little more. Your entertainment budget goes up a little higher. And before you know it, you're spending your entire paycheck on things that are not going to return you any value or any money. So basically, you don't save your money, you're not comfortable, and now you're actually caught in that hamster wheel of going in, punching the clock, probably hating your job, and not having a way to get out of it. So the biggest thing and the biggest takeaway from this is to make sure you stay focused on what you're trying to accomplish. If you got a job or if you're in your job and you want to break free of that job, you have to be financially disciplined. You cannot have it both ways. So again, the number 2 way of not getting rich in 2020 is to not save money. The number 1 way of not getting rich in 2020 is too many online courses. So again, YouTube is a wonderful place and it has vast amounts of information. Whatever subject you desire, I'm sure there's a YouTube channel. Matter of fact, I'm sure there's 1,000 YouTube channels that can address whatever you're looking for, whatever you're trying to learn. And now some of these YouTubers, they have classes and you feel, okay, I can get a little more knowledge if I purchase this online course. I'm not saying purchasing an online course is the worst thing in the world, but if you're spending $50 here, $100 there, all of a sudden you realize you're spending that paycheck that you're earning just on YouTube courses. And unlike a degree, these courses offer no real proof that you've acquired the actual knowledge. So, and that's a totally different debate, education versus trade and all of that. That's not the scope of this video. But what I'm saying is it's okay to buy a few online courses if that's can help you move forward in what you're doing. But if you're just purchasing them and you get into that habit of just purchasing online courses just for the sake of purchasing online courses, and you become addicted to the online course game, then you're never ever going to accumulate the wealth that you're seeking. All right, those are my 5 absolute ways to not get rich in 2020. Please make sure you comment below if you have any other things, if you like or if you dislike, just let me know in the comment section. Also, if you can, find it in your heart, subscribe to this channel. I want to put out a lot more information. I want to cover a wide range of things, and I know the whole premise is to have a niche. I don't have necessarily a niche, but I want to do something that everybody can enjoy. So again, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment below, and the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. So if you watch this video and you give no reaction, then that's probably the worst outcome that I can hope for. So hopefully you learned something from that. Hopefully you tune in for my next video, and take care. Oh wait, I have a bonus one. Here's the bonus way to not get rich in 2020. Become a YouTube zombie. So now, I know, you're watching me on YouTube. So you're saying, well, you're probably contradicting yourself, saying we can't get rich by watching YouTube. or I can tell you this, you sitting here watching me on YouTube is not helping you accomplish your dreams, at least not in this capacity. So what I'm saying about becoming a YouTube zombie is this, and I want to go back and say all of these things I have fallen prey to and I have been guilty of doing. So YouTube zombie, I found myself just wanting to acquire knowledge about things that I already knew about, but I always want to learn, and I'm big on learning. So I look at this video on one subject, and then I look at a video to counter that subject, and then another video, and then another video, and then I'm up saying, all right, I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to get back in the game. I'm ready to do this. And then I see another video, and I'm like, no, I'm not sure. Let me hold on. And what's going to happen is the more you research on YouTube, the more people you follow in your subject matter, you're going to find people who are for it and people who are against it. And what that is like you're like a car now. You're going to accelerate full speed, and then you're going to slam your brakes. And you're going to accelerate full speed, and then you're going to slam your brakes. And at the end of the day, you're never going to get to your destination, and that's financial freedom. So the thing that I would suggest for you is to acquire a certain amount of knowledge. It doesn't take you years to acquire that knowledge. Acquire a certain amount of knowledge, but the best way to learn is to do. You have to get out there and do it. Are you going to fail? Who knows? But you will never fail if you never try, but you will never succeed either. So if you really, really want to go out and create financial freedom for yourself, you have to put it on the line. There's no way about it. I can tell you to invest in stocks, the stock market can crash. I can tell you to invest in real estate, the real estate market can crash. I can tell you to go get your own business, that can crash. The moral of this story is there is no perfect answer. So when you go out there and you learn from real life experience, if it doesn't work, you can always come back here to YouTube, create a channel to talk about why it didn't work from personal experience. And maybe that's how you can make money. But nonetheless, hopefully these 6 things really, really do help you out, really help you get off the couch and get started on your path to financial freedom. Please, again, feel free to comment in the comment section below. Like, not like, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you on my next video. Take care.